Okay, I got it all in here. I got part A and part B in here. Get it all mixed up. Now for the purposes of what I'm doing right now today, I'm not going to put it onto the mold itself or onto the feathers themselves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pour it onto this piece of sheet metal I got here, and then just press the feathers down into it. It's going to be a little bit easier than trying to paint it all on the feathers here. So basically you just mix it up real quickly, you know, be sure you scrape the sides of the bowl and, you know, your normal procedures, normal things that you would do. Just get it all scraped off really well here. Get it mixed up pretty good till it's all the same color. And you're going to be good to go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to pour it out onto my piece of sheet metal here. I've used a number of different silicones from the different manufacturers, and I'm not going to mention any names. I mean, you know who they all are. They're all out there, and they're all prevalent and everything. And there's a lot of good product out there, no doubt. They all seem to work very well depending on the application you're using them for. But for what I've found for releasing on a mold, releasing off a person's body, this stuff is just fantastic. Again, like I said, it's a little more expensive, but for what it does, it's well worth the extra cost. Sometimes you may not want to do it right into a silicone, simply because you may have to do some repairs to the mold, which is fine. If you want to do it in an alginate, then just do it in the alginate and then do it in the repairs. You can actually use this as a silicone to do a master mold after that, which it works very well for that too. So the tear strength on this is very, very high, so it's a very durable product. It actually sticks to itself very well, so if you need to build up multiple layers of it, that's definitely a way to do things. Another feature that they've got is they've got a slow set and a fast set. They also have two different colors, so you can do a first coat, which is like a initial just real quick paint coat, where it's a thin coat where it captures all the detail and everything, and then at that point you can go back with the second coat. So there we go. I've got it all spread out there, and basically what I'll do is, like I said, I'm just going to press the feathers right into it. They may want to come out of it a little bit, but that's okay. That's fine. As you can see, there's some really fine little hairs on this. Now normally you would not even consider doing this with a feather on any other type of silicone. It's just a total taboo no-no. It just wouldn't happen. You would never get it out of there again. You may as well just kiss it goodbye. But as you can see, I'm just going for it, pressing it right down into there. Thing with the feathers is you need to press it down in a little bit to give it a little bit of detail and a little bit of relief, depending on how much, you know, how much detail you want to pull out of the feather and how thick you want to make them. So you'll have to play with it a little bit and do some little experimentation with it, obviously. So, but you just push it right down into there, like that, and you can just push it right. Don't be afraid, you know. I mean, don't be scared to push it right down in there. And you can actually, what's nice about it is you can actually shape the feathers a little bit now. You can mold them a little bit, give them a little bit of detail and a little relief, and give them a little cup in there if you would like in the center of it, so when you make the mold and you pour it out, it's got a little bit of, you know, beef in the center of it. So it's, you know, it's a little thicker right into the center of the feather itself. so you have a little bit more to play with there. I got one more here. Did it push right down in there? You're probably looking at me like, what in the heck is he doing? Like I said, don't be afraid to do it. This is fantastic stuff. And while that's in there, I will grab one and show you one that I previously did on here so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, here's one that I previously did. I did a feather. Some of the little fine ones stick, but you know, those will peel right out, so that's really not an issue. And those will peel right off of there. See, they're coming right off. So it's a little bitty fine ones. But there's the feather I did. There's one I did preliminary. And here's one that I cast out of clear resin. And this was the very first pull out of it that I did there. And this was the second one I did. See, it's got a little bit of depth to it, so you can get it. But if you look at the detail on that, you can see it picks up every little feather, every little vein, every little thing. Some of the fine edges may crack off on you a little bit because obviously they're pretty thin. This is done with just a plaster. I think I used Hydrostone for this. So, but as you can see, you get the veining, and you can actually layer them up really nice and create a nice effect with them. So that's what we've got going there. And actually, I need to do these anyway because I'm going to be creating another sculpture. So I'll go ahead and let these set, and then I'll turn it back on again when we're ready to pull them out. It doesn't take long, so I'll be back shortly.